gentlemen, welcome to Apple Mountain Valley, the first episode in the Cool Mountain Valley series. This is the one and only Design Candy, brand new channel on YouTube. I know, brand new channel. This is like episode 2. Actually, technically it's episode 1. So let's call it episode 1 because the last episode was episode 0. Link in the description, also a cool video overlay. Hopefully you can click that. But yeah, just kind of go over what we did in that episode. Basically made this whole map. It was interesting to say the least. It's my first map, actually technically my second map build, because the first map I've ever done is also called Apple Mountain Valley, and there's a little teaser tester on my second channel, which will rename nameless for now until it's ready. Because I do want to do some cool stuff. I want to do like GTA and Call of Duty if the newest Call of Duty doesn't suck at the time when this comes out, for all you binge watchers. But anyway, I want to do some cool stuff there. But anyway, so yeah, check out that episode. It was really cool. It was really fun. Took a bunch of time. Time lapse that all the way down to 4 or 5 minutes for you, so you don't have to watch the whole crazy thing of me scoping every single mountain by hand, every single one. But it was fun. Took a lot of inspiration from Flux and Strict Coaster, because those dudes are bosses. They're the YouTube bosses, and so I only hope to be like them one day. But anyway, welcome to Design Candy, the channel. Just to give you a few things that I want to do. Actually, really 2, maybe 3. The first is obviously City Skylines. I want to do this series, Apple Mountain Valley, hashtag it all up on social media. Find me on social media, by the way. But Apple Mountain Valley. I also want to do a little bit of Planet Coaster at some point. Now that game is freaking hard. Excuse my French. I try not to cuss at all, but that game is hard, dude. It's hard. So as soon as I can make a stupid building, then we'll start that series. I currently suck at making buildings. It's just the controls. I think the controls are non-intuitive, but again, it is a different game. I've been playing City Skylines for the last 2 years, obviously. A lot of you have too, but going from City Skylines to like something like The Sims, cake, easy, fluid. Going to City Skylines to Planet Coaster is the hardest thing in the world. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but I want to do some Planet Coaster, build a cool, super huge park, and make it all designy and detail-y, and add some design candy into that. I also want to do some Sims 4. I was looking at the cool Dine Out expansion pack. That's the only one that really looks cool to me, by the way. The business one is okay, but I feel as if I get ripped off every time I play that game, just because I own The Sims 2 and bought every single expansion pack, and boycotted Sims 3 because I bought every single expansion pack for Sims 2. We're talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and they just decided not to include anything. That's a different story for a different day. That could be a rabbit trail. But anyway, so yeah, The Sims 4, some Planet Coaster, and just cool design simulation games. Simulations and tycoon-based games are the games that I really want to do on this channel. And so yeah, just a couple of quick notes for this series. I will try to upload a video every week. So check out videos, check out the channel for that. Also hit up my social media. I'm going to stay pretty constant on that. I'm a marketer also by trade, as well as a designer in the professional realm. And so I see some really cool opportunities to really network with people and maybe do collaborative series. Obviously, I'm super inspired by the Arrowhead cities with Flux and Strict Coaster and Fresh Popcorn. They're just killing that. I mean, I watch that every single Friday. When I wake up, I'm like, boom, it's there. And so I kind of want to do a series like that. But maybe another YouTuber that's just like me, just starting out. And so hit me up if you're interested. Social media. I got Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I'm trying to figure out how to implement Snapchat. I always see Fresh Popcorn implement, and he's a freaking boss at it. But eventually I want to implement that. Maybe not yet, but yeah, that's kind of the channel plans. I want to do a big old city, big metropolitan area, big downtown, suburbs, different portions, different downtown. I want to do a high-tech business district with crazy cool buildings and retail, and I want to do a mall. I haven't seen anybody do a mall yet. I want to do a mall. If you're a City Skylines YouTuber, steal my idea as well. I don't care, but I just want to do a mall. There's so many cool assets out right now to do a big old mall, not an outdoor mall, like an actual building clipped in the building mall. With the Move It tool, I think it's pretty possible, and so look out for that. But yeah, just cool designed elements that I want to do in the city and make it look really cool, and produce some bomb screenshots I can share on social media and people can think they're real. Secret motivation. But yeah, again, if you're interested in doing something collaborative, I'm always down with that, with the time that I'm dedicating to YouTube. You know, a good amount of time per week to do this. I want to kind of be all in and, you know, engage with the community. I want this channel really to be community driven, community focused. And so I know it's cliche, like you guys name the areas or you guys name the bus route, or, you know, they're named after subscribers, but I really want to, you know, get your guys' opinion in the comment section to tell me like what to do. Tell me, hey, this is off, this is wrong. Hey, it'd be cool if you did this, if you did this, if you did this. And so I'm really looking forward to the collaborative nature of, you know, what we're gonna do in this series and on this channel, and just with everything too. And so big time influencers, I'll tell you who my influences are. I don't have any, and I'm humble, I have no pride. Guys that I watch and kind of design after are like Flux, Strict Coaster, Fresh Popcorn, B Double, Flabaliki, James Turner. That dude is a beast. That dude puts out content like it's nothing, man. I love his series, man. Like when he did his first City Skyline series, literally watched every single episode. Couldn't wait. Planet Coaster series, literally could not wait for every single episode. It's insane how engaging that content is. Hopefully this content is up to par with the YouTube gods, you know, themselves. But I mean, that's my aim. I want you guys to enjoy, you know, and anticipate like, oh man, what is he gonna do next? What in the world is he gonna build next? So kind of having that wow factor. I love the tools that we have nowadays too. Again, I used to play this game back when it came out. It was about 2 years ago, and just the stuff that we have now, like the pipes that you see now, or the ground decals that you see me placing down right now, you know, the skid marks, the puddles, the manhole. I mean, like just the craziness and detail that we can get with these games. Also the LUT, just a quick note, I'm not using the custom LUT in this episode. I actually forgot to put it on. And so next episode, it'll be all colored up, making the grass a lot more greener and a lot more earthly and making everything look good. But yeah, and so here we're going to move on to, I kind of haven't been referencing the game just because you want to give you guys an intro to what the channel is and what we're about. But talk about the gameplay just a little bit. I'm trying to build a coal power plant. And so I got Google up on my second monitor, and I'm looking at ways to implement this coal power plant and how to do it correctly. Obviously, everything in this series is not going to be like perfectly dead on. There is still a video game element that I do want to bring to it. I do want to have some sort of creative freedom. And so a lot of this stuff, if it doesn't match up, I know some of it's not legit, some of it's not realistic, but bear with me. But yeah, so this parking lot is like one of my coolest staples already. Just the realism of this build, particularly the parking lot. The parking lot took me a while. Let me just put it into perspective. I redid this parking lot. I cut a lot of footage out. I redid this parking lot maybe 4 times, and I definitely will redo it again. Let's just say that I definitely will redo this parking lot again, just because of the looks on the cars and how the cars line up. I probably have to do every car by hand, just kind of how it turns out. But this This was so crazy. It was fun. Don't get me wrong. Like the result, like the screenshots that I'm able to produce are insane because it looks so realistic, but it was crazy to make. Just even having that alignment with the grid and lining up the lines and putting every car in place, and didn't have the right car assets and all that kind of fun stuff. And so again, this was a interesting build, but it was really fun. We have a lot of tools, you know, ground decals, arrows, you know, direction arrows, cars, assets, gates, all that fun stuff, you know, just the trees to go around it. So it made it look super legit. And so here, just putting down the ground decals, trying to figure out, you know, looking up, kind of Googling what parking lots look like, and kind of wanted to have, if this is realistic. So just first off, this is a non-legit parking lot. When I say non-legit, mean it's non-functional. It is pretend, it is make-believe. Yes, I do know that I could have took an existing parking lot and made it functional with the game, because the civilians act as if it was a park. I do realize that, but I did want to go for a different look, a more custom look. And just looking at the screenshots that I saw, a lot of those parking lots were huge. They're just massive parking lots on each end of those power plants. And so, you know, that's what I kind of want to implement. And this is cool too, with the area that I built, everything is Reco'd. And so if you guys don't know what the Reco mod is, it enables you to actually download buildings or use existing buildings in the game as props. And so you can prop those buildings down, and they're actually functional. That means people actually work in the buildings all throughout. That means this area will get a lot of traffic once we start the simulation. And so I did want to emulate kind of what that would look like, but also in the future, we're going to have really nice public transportation to this area. I'm thinking maybe a light rail or subway, definitely bus systems, but, you know, big time mode of transportation up to the mountains. And so this is the mountain region. I do want to create on the other side of this a retail development. I do want to create a mall at some point. I know no one has a mall yet. No one has a mall. And so I do want to create a mall. I think that's going to be really fun. If I didn't say it already, I think I might have said that already. And so if I did, I apologize. But we're going to have a cool retail spot across the street, across the highway here. Just make a little mountain village. I do want to do some trailheads, so we can get some camping trails in here, and just make it very scenic. You know, the drive up here is super beautiful. I need to get the first person camera mod installed here so you guys can take the drive. You know, we can do a cool little drive episode where we drive, you know, down and up and down the mountain. But it's really cool. It has a waterfall on the side, and it's just really cool how it was designed, I think. And so we're coming up on a cool part of this build. I use the flux technique with the cones, kind of legit. I'll go back and readjust. Again, like I said, I may redo this parking lot. I just don't know yet. I'm not totally satisfied just yet, and so it remains to be seen. But coming up, we actually put lights in this parking lot, and so the lights, oh my goodness, oh my word, as some people say, this makes this parking lot look super realistic. Let me know what you think in the comment section if I'm mistaken, but this put it over the top. And so I have some screenshots of this, and we'll also do some cool little cinematics at the end of the episode, but it made it look crazy. I could not believe the level of realism that this game has now. I mean, it's always had it, but it just popped so well. I couldn't believe it. I literally just couldn't believe it. Watching this back, I still can't believe just the realism of this parking lot. And so what I did is I took the Move It tool, as you can see now, and just copied the parking lot. The reason I did that instead of remaking the parking lot on the other side is just to save time. And literally, I wanted to put the amount of detail in that parking lot to be able to copy it on all four sides of this facility. And so this is just the first side on this side. And then on the other side, we have, we're going to mirror it, and you can see that in a little bit, but also wanted to put some trees down and remove some of the concretes and around around the parking lot, because a lot of times, most of the time, you're not gonna have a fully engulfed parking lot full of concrete. Sometimes you will though. And so I did want to do some variation on the other side. I did want to copy this, but kind of do a little bit different on the other side, and I actually did keep the concrete but added some walkways later on in the time lapse. But I wanted to put the finishing touches on and make this side of the parking lot the older side, right? So this side, the other side would be the new side, and that side would be the older side, just putting some ground decals and everything there. And so kind of building the story of, you know, they expanded this coal power plant and had to expand the parking. And so that right side has the water pedals, it has the tire skid mark decals, it has, you know, all the ruggedness and rugged stuff of that one, you know, of an old parking lot, and then the other side is the brand new crisp one. And so now we move on to the office area. I figure a facility like this would be owned by a major corporation and company that would have to manage and have staff and have offices. And so why not build an office park? And so I try to work and use the Move It tool to clip these buildings. I always see Flux do that a lot. And so hashtag inspiration from a YouTube boss all day. And, you know, trying to use the Move It tool to clip them. And so I decided, okay, since that wasn't fitting quite, let's expand the street out and maybe let's try 2 parking garages. But with 2 parking garages, you're gonna need 2 buildings. And so clip both of those buildings and clip the parking garages into them, and it looked amazing. It came out really, really cool. I mean, that building, it looks super legit, like a normal building would, I think. And so we just went down here and added some concrete, threw a couple planters down, some trees, and gonna add some decals to make it a little bit more realistic. But yeah, it turned out really cool. I think it turned out cool. Let me know what you think. And so yeah, again, I want to make this series super collaborative. I want people to be commenting and help me name things, and like, I need a name for this power plant, so drop that down in the comment section below. But I think community is the best strategy on YouTube to have fun. Again, I'm not looking at this channel to blow up. I do hope it blows up. Honestly, I will be very open and honest about that. I do want to reach a lot of people, but I'm looking for the community aspect and having people just connect, and me connecting with people, and just sharing this experience that I have, you know, sharing the design process and how everything gets designed, and just having fun, literally just having fun. And so, yeah, if you're interested in sticking around, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. That would be really cool, kind of, a little bit. But don't hesitate to subscribe and just look out for that cool content. Again, I try to put the best content out. I see a lot of YouTubers that even start out with, you know, with the crappiest sound and the crappiest mic and the crappiest you know, looks. There's even decent YouTubers that have like crappy video, and I just can't. I'm like, really? You know. And so I know it's not all about the looks and the quality, but I think that's a big part of why people are here and why people would stay, and just the quality level and the excellence to bring to these type of games, I think will be, you know, the staple that makes us do well. And so yeah, kind of wrapping up this episode, kind of with some final thoughts of just a recap of, yeah, we will be dropping episodes at least once a week. I'm gonna try to stay on that schedule, and so don't forget to subscribe. Just real quick, I want to talk about this sign. I might do a custom sign for everything, I just might not. And so whatever we name it though, I will do a custom sign, and so think of a name that's really cool, and we'll name it that. Just trying to get that sign illuminated. But yeah, I'm really into design, literally getting in and designing this stuff. And so I even have a welcome to Apple Mountain Valley sign, and we'll do signs for everything, residential districts and all that fun stuff. And so that's all a part of the design candy way. I could even say that, the design candy way. And so yeah, kind of wrapping up this episode. Again, if you're new, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see. The next episode, I am planning on doing an housing development on the other side of the highway, and even a little bit down the mountain. So the next episode will be a little bit more beefier. Also, let me know what kind of episodes you guys like. If you're a fan of what model you're a fan of. Are you a fan of time lapses, live builds, live streams, music and just live builds without the voices? I think YouTube's kind of going to this style that we are now, just having a time lapse and kind of talking over what we did. And so that's cool too. I like connecting with you guys. I like either way. And so I do want to do some live streams. I do want to do some interactive things and just be able to name things and all that fun stuff. And so definitely I'll keep you guys in the loop. Always hit me up on social media. I'm pretty active on that: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Trying to see how I can implement Snapchat. We'll see how that rolls. But yeah, definitely thanks for watching this video. We're gonna end with some bomb cinematics. I call them the candy cinematics. The design candy cinematics. So we're gonna end with some candy. That's what we're gonna call it now. Let's end with some candy. I know a lot of people do cinematics, but you know how it is. All right, it's your boy Design Candy signing out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we gone.